Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this quick figure review we're going to be looking at the Earthspark Warrior Class Terran Thrash figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to see how he looks and displays with some other Earthspark figures. I'm going to point out things that you may need to be aware of, obviously, because this can be quite tricky as it's aimed at a younger audience, and I suppose we can see how he looks against some other mainline figures as well. So this little figure, as I say, is quite interesting because of course not only is he a new character, he is of course a completely new mold. And for those of you who are unaware, as I say, with this being a warrior class figure, it's about the same size as the deluxe, but it's a little bit more basic, which you'll see with the fact that it's quite hollow, and the transformation process, funnily enough, they're usually a little simplified, but this one is 15 steps. And for that reason, and for the main reason I expect the audience to be looking at this video will be much younger, there is going to be a tutorial for the transformation process as well. So we've got the alternate mode, which you can see there with the sidecar, and there is the robot mode I'm going to be showing you in a second. And as you can see, it does take 15 steps. There is an image of course the cartoon, and then on the side we've just got some examples there saying that it's plastic free packaging. He would come in robot mode packaged in there, and the instructions are kept, you can see, behind there as well. Right, alternate mode though is good. You can see, you know, these are fun, these are kids toys, that's the market they're aimed at, and they do serve their purpose. I mean, if you wanted to, I suppose you could put Megatron on the back, perhaps, could we? Let's have a look. Sort of a bit like Retgar, perhaps not actually, maybe he's just that little bit too small, and to my knowledge at the moment he will go on it, funnily enough. There you go. They haven't released, I don't think, many of the actual Earth characters as figures. I know there's one that comes with a huge bumblebee, but for the rest of them I don't think there's anything that you can, you know, specifically put on the bike. The bike itself from this side looks really good because all the gaps are on the other side. We've already seen that the wheels spin round independently. The handlebars don't really move. Again, this is holding the arms, which you can see are gripping onto the back there. The sidecar does come off, to be honest, because it does double up as a weapon. The only problem is when you take that off, even with the stand, it doesn't balance. So there's the kickstand there, it doesn't balance. And then, as I say, on the opposite side there's quite a few holes. You could, if you wanted to, but it is mainly for the robot mode, fold this bit out, which is of course going to be the blaster, which you may or may not have seen. Oh, there we go, funnily enough, there on the packaging. You could, if you want to, as I say, attach it there and have it out, but you're not really supposed to. But I suppose that could be one of the features whilst you're playing, where it could go into attack. Same for this doesn't move, to my knowledge, it's stuck there. Let me just double check now. I'm saying that no, it does move up. There you go, and you can fold that over, so it looks like you've got twin attack modes there. But for this particular mode, it looks like they're supposed to be flat. These fold over for the attack mode. To be honest, there's not much more to say about this, apart from maybe just giving you an idea of the size compared to some mainline figures. There's a deluxe drag strip, which is about the same size, as you can see. And if you collect G1 like myself, or you're a parent wondering how big this particular figure is, he's about the same size. Let's have a look. There's a Generation 1 Optimus Prime, but I'm going to show you him, funnily enough, right now in his robot mode, so you can see what he looks like in that mode. So here we are then, here he is in his robot mode. And of course, please bear in mind what I said in the first part of the video, that this is a quite basic figure, because now you can really tell. But again, it is fun, and I'm thinking about the demographic that this is aimed for. It is exactly that. I mean, for articulation wise though, you can still turn his head around. You can see that his shoulders are on ball and sockets, so they'll still go all the way out to the side. They will of course spin all the way around as well, same as at the bicep, which is a ball and socket. There's clearly no wrist swivel. There, funnily enough, is a waist swivel, and you can see that the hips are also on ball and sockets, and there is actually a knee bend. There's not really an ankle rock, or that's just mainly for transformation, but he is really articulate for a basic figure. Here was the sidecar, so we can see, obviously, if we fold this over, there's a blaster, and if we fold this over, it's a blaster. Then what you do is you just tuck the wheel in. So then you've got two choices. You can either, I think on the picture and on there, you can see he attaches the wheel to the side, and funnily enough, he still, I'm going to jinx myself, does manage to balance. So you can pretty much pop this there like so, so he's ready to attack. You can of course pop it in his hand if you wanted to as well. He's a pretty big figure. He's the same size as your Megatron. These are again warrior class figures. If we have a look at the actual detail on him though, we've had a quick look at the articulation. As I said, he has got a few gaps, but you know, there's enough detail there on the head sculpt and obviously what was the front of the bike, and there's enough, I suppose, color change and separation to be able to, you know, define which are the shoulders, which are the arms, etc., and again to make it look nice enough to display as a figure in its own right. I am going to quickly, in fact, no, what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that off for now. We've already had a quick look at him with Megatron, so as I say, with regards to some main figures or some Generation 1, he's not that far off Optimus Prime, to be honest. With regards to some mainline figures, there is Strong Arm, so as I said in the first part of the video, about the same size as your Deluxe, but a little bit more basic, and obviously a lot more hollow, but you can get an idea of the size of him there hopefully really easily. One last quick thing to show you that this again is how he would have been packaged. He would have been standing there like so, and then this will be there in there, so that gives you an idea of what he looks like, how he's packaged, and indeed hopefully an idea of what a fun toy he is. In honesty, it's great that we've got a new character. It's better that we've got a new mold, and as I said, for a basic figure that's about £10 in the UK, so that's what, maybe $12.50, it is good, and again it suits the demographic which it's aimed at. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Take care.